This is Damon McGregor with the Eternal Conversations podcast. And today I'm going to read from my book Eternal Conversations, which can be found on Amazon, the links down below, about how to live as though you're already an old man looking back on your life. So we're all gonna grow old. We may all get sick, and we're all eventually going to die. This is true, and a lot of us live our lives without the notion of that we're going to grow old one day, and that we're going to look back on our life, and that we're going to look back on our life with either a sense of integrity or despair. And instead of having integrity as an old man, you may look back on your life in despair. Now, we all make mistakes. All of us make mistakes every day. But we can try, by living as though you're already old looking back, you can minimize your mistakes with a constantly being aware of your old man self or old person self. So I wrote, live as though you're already an old man looking back. It is best to live one's life as though it's on a timeline. The past should be remembered for historical reasons. So the past should be remembered for historical reasons because there are certain lessons, major milestone lessons that need to be learned, and that if you try to forget the past or erase the past, get rid of the past, then you miss out a lot of pieces of who you are, pieces of who yourself is, pieces of why you are the way you are. And so if you try to erase that part of yourself, then you may find yourself in a complexity of why you act the way you act, think the way that you do. So the past should be remembered for historical reasons. The present should be paid attention to, because the present is the only thing that's real. The past has vanished. The future only exists in thought. The present day, present moment, the now, is the only true. The future is never guaranteed. The past is gone, never to be regained. Only the now. And the future should be envisioned for as best as possible. Cornerstones and monuments should be placed into timeline slots to secure particular parts of history to oneself. Like I was saying, cornerstones and monuments should be placed into timeline slots so that you can remember large chunks of who you are as a reference. This way, one will be able to look back on these cornerstones and monuments when he or she is old, since these will stand out and be remembered most. And in that way, one could be proud with integrity instead of the despair at what one has done with his or her own life. This is how one lives as though he is already an old man looking back. But one should not live one's entire life in the complete anticipation of being old, because youth does not last long, and it can never be completely regained. The old man's self should simply be remained aware of. So pay attention to existence. Existence is ephemeral, very short-lived in the relative time scale of history, the earth and the universe. This is the first step in growing old with integrity. Realizing that existence is ephemeral and that change is inevitable. Pay attention to the vanishing existence along the way of your life. Not only in future projections or retrospect. So pay attention to the vanishing moments, like the waves of life that have vanished before. Existence is ephemeral. So live as though you're already an old person looking back on your life. This is my major ethic. And check out my book, Eternal Conversations, which can be found at a link down below. Check out eternalconversations.com and the Eternal Conversations podcast. And peace, love, and light.